Hello, hello. I'm Ro- I'm
That's me.
Rolando.
I'm too busy doing my hair. Make sure it goes curly.
and that's
Oh,
Kaz.
no, it doesn't.
And this is Late Night Right. So
Hang
Kaz
on.
and Kaz
Oh,
and I were talking just a few seconds ago, offline here, and
today.
we came up with some pretty interesting ideas. So we're just gonna continue on that conversation for a little bit, because it's
All
really
right, yeah.
it's really been interesting because it has more to do with, okay, how do we want this genre, what kind of genre do we want, and how do we want to play it.
Hmm, that's right.
So judging by what we have so far, from what we can tell, we definitely have a hero's journey, so there's an adventure there. And then there's going to be the
Yeah.
second and then there's going to be the second hero's journey, but it's going to be different. It's going to have a different dynamic to it because there is no longer going to be a younger child. It's not going to be a family dynamic so much more as it's going to be the two oldest guys are going. So the things
Yeah.
that they would do would be different than what they would do if the young one was with them,
Well,
which
age
opens up
differences.
which
Yeah.
opens up whole new possibilities on where
That,
we could run it.
that's where we left off last week, I think, a little bit. Just
Mhm.
leaning towards it, but we've had a discussion since
Mhm. Mhm.
then.
Well, yeah.
And yeah, and trying to make sure. Uh, is it probably a good idea not to put in genre up front because as we proceed making a story, creating, changing this to improve
Mhm.
or and all that, you find yourself in an ocean of uncertainty. Uh,
Yes.
like, oh gosh, does this story fit the genre? Am I? Oh, then you start to think, oh shit, worry to a point. Should I be changing that or that? And those are the way you think and like the line of
Mhm.
thought.
Mhm.
Good right happens in a split second, of course. So you don't cry over it, but you do think about it. You think, okay, we started as a thriller. Let's do a thriller, and then we have a story, and then we're up to page what something 70 something, and
In the
and then
70s.
we look back. I did look back, and I thought, are we fitting that genre? And that's where we started talking
Well, the thing
off
is, we
off
didn't.
air. Now,
We never
yeah.
really set a genre. That's the point. We knew it
Well,
was going to
you said
be.
thriller. You
Yeah, we
right
did
from
say,
the
okay,
start.
adventure, thriller. Um,
Yeah, adventure I thought was
now,
good.
now there's
Yeah.
also an opportunity for action,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
All
that's
depending on
right.
how we want to lay it out, right?
And
So
I know.
we can we can shuffle things around all over the place.
Well, that's what I was about to say too. After our discussion off air, and now we've brought it back here now on air,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking that we have well, we always do, but we realise that moment where we think we can do whatever we like, we can, so don't anybody who's wonders about it forget the bloody genre in the beginning. Tell the story and tell it the way it goes, how it happens. You
Well,
have an idea is going to be
mm-hmm.
this, that, and the other, and you have an outline. But don't be guided by the genre that
Well,
you'd
don't be
first
completely
picked out.
sold on a genre,
Yeah, and
you
you can
know,
add a few things on
because
it, like adventure,
well, yeah,
like
but
this, and
I
yeah,
know, but as we go along and as we get to know our characters better, and they start telling us what they want to do,
that's
um,
exactly it.
you
Hmm.
know, and we still have to keep them in character. So even
Exactly.
the speech patterns, the type of
That's
words
right.
that a person chooses isn't going to change.
No,
It's going to be their
forget the
physical
genre. Forget,
actions. I know,
yeah,
but it's going to be the physical actions that change,
yeah,
or
yeah,
speed
probably.
up, or because there's like 50 ways you could play it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're gonna get into having some fun today.
There was an interesting discussion too. I wish we had it been on live too, because
Well, we're gonna have to
that
start. Um, well, you were early today, which was unusual.
I was on
So,
time
um,
early.
so
Yeah,
of course we got to talking an hour earlier than we normally would have. So,
yeah,
the way writer minds go, we just
exactly.
automatically started throwing things together
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
just do that, right? All the time.
Nothing planned for us. We just do it, say it, agree, disagree, have
Hmm.
fun, and see what happens. Yeah.
And well, it all comes down to what if.
Always the what if.
Always
And
the what if, or what kind of trouble can we get our characters into today,
hmm, hmm. Well,
and
we're
who's gonna
both
and who's gonna
lateral
be to blame.
thinkers. So I just think it's by the two of us having different mindsets at times, it brings us to a higher plane with the
Always.
story itself. And that, we don't settle,
No,
you know,
neither
we
of us
don't
settled for the
settle
first draft.
for exactly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we're open still for
Mm-hmm.
all things that may or may not happen and change on the outline on whatever.
Well, and the
But we
beauty
know
is,
our overview, we got that. But
mm-hmm,
yeah,
yeah, but once we're done writing the actual script, then we can read back on the script and go, wait a minute, we want him to do this here, we have to go back to here and get a hint of what's going to be, that this is in their nature to do this.
exactly.
Like,
Yes.
this is natural for this character to be doing this kind of thing,
Ah, absolutely. Character must stay in
you
character.
know? Because then that just adds more layers to your characters, more depth, um, you know, which of course is one of the big things that's lacking in film today is depth of character.
Lack of layers too. I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Because you know how we love layers, depth,
Well, yeah,
layer, layer,
but
layer.
that's what I mean.
That's with character
Yeah, that's the same thing
mostly.
I'm talking about. It's adding extra depth.
Yeah, I know you are, and that's
Is
why I asked the
deeper layers.
question. Yeah.
So
And then
you
we
could,
don't talk about now. Okay, good
right.
question. Let's stop that one. I cancel my question. That's for off air.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
will we will definitely get that figured out, and we'll get it laid out and into proper, um,
Yeah, yeah.
believable, believable changes.
Hmm.
When you go from this section to this section to this section in the movie, and how they would be reacting to different things,
And
right?
this is our time for discussion. When you get up to a page number,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you start looking back and making notes of it mentally or written. And then you think, okay, well, watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
And do we want it
Yeah,
to lean more towards action? Do we want it to lean more toward thriller, more toward
that's
adventure?
right.
Right?
Yeah. And we don't charge ahead with that one minded thought, like we've
No, we
done with,
never do. We never do. We always go
yeah.
back and find out which is the better way to explore these characters.
Yeah, to make it more alive, or for this character or that,
Um, I don't
and the
know. I don't
story
know if it.
itself.
I don't know if
I
it's
don't
more
know.
alive. It's more like, how can we make this um, believable, but also make it flow and
Speak
naturally build to where we want it to go,
exactly.
without having people guess where it's going to go.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah,
Because we do
yeah.
want people to be surprised in the end.
Of course. Yeah, I love that surprise ending.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes,
Mm. I love those
we're always
surprise endings.
alive.
I love those surprise endings only when they actually have
And
to do with the rest of the story.
I know.
You know, if they're so far fetched, so out in left field, that
Mm.
the ending has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the movie. I don't like those.
And there's the other thing too, and this is a general thing too, when you're talking about the surprise ending. You, when they first started with it, which is so boring now, and they stopped doing it, I think. I'm thinking, the first time was when it was like a drama, whatever the hell it was, and and the bad person, girl, guy was actually defeated, like and I'm not sure about fatal attraction, that kind of thing. Anyway, so so finally the bad guy's killed, you know, and then they walk away and they do that horrible thing that I hate, where they hug the two survivors, and they don't make sure that it's dead, and it gets up. I hate. In the beginning, it
Uh
was
huh.
a surprise. A surprise is good and has value, you know.
Yeah, but it's
And
been
when you
done. It's
first
been
see
done to
it,
death.
and that is my point. And I thought, oh, please don't do it again. Do not do it. And I think, God, they've done it. Oh, that was great, good movie, because I didn't do it. Been done to death. Yeah.
Well, well, exactly. I mean, to me, that's not a surprise. That's almost like a red herring.
Hmm.
That's something to throw in at the last second because they ran out of ideas.
How long does the surprise last? Once.
That's right. That's
And the
it.
second one's a copy. The first
Well,
time you see it at the end of a movie,
regardless of
nah.
how they lay it out, it's still.
Oh, I don't know. I thought the concept I'm talking about
See, my surprise is
generally.
to me a surprise is when we get to the climax. We have the big final scene is the surprise.
Ex-
That
sure.
way that people did
Example.
not. It's the surprise. It's the ending that they did not expect.
Oh, yeah, in a general sense, definitely. I
So
love it.
the
Yeah.
the climax itself is, in a sense, that is literally the surprise ending. Is the climax. I mean, it's done.
Yes.
You know who the good guys are. You know who the bad guys are.
I know. That's the other thing, like the
In the climax.
Agatha.
In the
What,
climax, not after
like,
after the fact.
yeah, yeah. It's just like, you know, you, with the drama or whatever the hell it is, in the serious, it's called the serious movie versus the comedy, which you can predict everything and you still enjoy it and you don't care. But
Hmm.
when it's a drama, you're expecting more, or
Yeah, well, this isn't a drama, so.
uh, forget the labels, something,
Yeah.
I'll put it back to serious
Okay.
versus
Every
comedy.
well, thing is, every story is a drama of some sort, or it is drama happens, right? Whether no
Pedantically,
matter what it
yes.
is, drama happens. My point is that's why I don't write straight drama because nothing happens. It's
Ah,
just
right. Yeah.
it's just a steady, you know,
Mm.
but nothing actually ever happens.
Yeah. Well,
This is
my
why I
head
prefer
went
action.
out
I
there.
prefer action. I
Good.
prefer sci-fi. Give me a thriller. You know, give me supernatural. Something, anything to mix with that drama to make that drama more intense.
Oh, the intensity of it, yes, definitely
Mm-hmm.
agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I guess I was speaking more generally.
Yeah, I am too. It just because when you
Yeah.
say a genre, people expect certain things.
You
Mm.
know what I like? How your mind is different to my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
here's a fantastic example of it. If anybody wonders about
Mm-hmm.
co-writers writing together,
Yep.
because it takes two minds to come up with something better. We have
Um.
a higher summit, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, but once you start getting to you start getting to three or more, you're poached. Forget it. You're just if you have three or more writers, you're now doing
Oh,
a you're now doing an ingredient list and making sure everybody gets the same
no,
amount of time,
yeah, no thanks.
and that never
You're
works.
lucky to get something like us
Mm-hmm.
together, you know. We're fortunate. We've been, as I keep saying, we've been together for all these years, so we would have
Yes.
split up a long time ago if it didn't work. The
Well,
different
yeah, and I
minds.
mean, look at how many scripts have we written together?
Well,
Like
I don't know, about 8 or 9, I don't know.
I'm thinking 10 if you count the send and pass.
And there you go. Yeah,
Because
I
of all the
stopped
changes. We had
counting.
to go back into
Mm,
after we wrote the
yeah.
fourth one. We had to go back into three, two, and one and make little alterations
And we
in
are
characters.
turning our films into books. So
Yeah, I'm
seems
adapting it into a book. Yeah,
the
it'll make
trend.
one book. All the four movies together will make one book
Mm, yeah.
of a
Well,
decent length. Of a decent length.
yeah, we gotta have fun. See, we don't just
Well,
stay in
yeah,
one place.
totally.
Yeah. So I got my sarong on. Do you
Mm.
like it?
Mm-hmm. But in the
The beach
meantime,
is down the road. And then I
mm-hmm.
just went whoosh.
There we go.
Your mind doesn't do that, mine does.
Oh, mine does. It just does it in different ways. That's all. Like
Yes.
I'll go from this here talking about Descendant Past to going to talking about um, an anthology. I'm going to be putting one of my short scripts. I'm adapting it into a short story.
And the other thing you do is garden,
Oh, yeah, well,
gardening.
yes,
And you are writing a book on that
yeah. I got
when you
well.
get time.
Okay, I got tons and tons and tons of notes. Nothing has been laid out yet. Nothing.
I let that opening for you. Yes.
Yeah. See, I've got nice big, you
But it's
know,
still going to be a book. Yeah.
I know, but I got nice big 4 or 5 inch binders,
Mm.
and just for the vegetables, it takes two of them because,
Well, you know your stuff.
well,
Got
yeah, exactly,
photos.
and herbs and fruit and everything else.
You're an expert.
Uh,
I can't, I'm not even up to read the dummy book on it. Farmer
okay,
girl, city girl,
yeah,
traveler. Yeah.
growing up in town here, um, back in the '60s, yeah, the town was kind of just a town, right? So
Mm.
we had an acre of garden just in the backyard in town.
Oh, okay. And you might as well put it to use.
So, and then we had a bush behind that. So, and then
Mm.
even the next gravel road.
Mm.
It was literally a small town
Ah,
back then. But now they call it a city. But you know what? The population isn't any higher.
isolation. That makes an isolated, what am I doing here place, That's for
Mm-hmm.
me. Um, you got
Well,
wide streets though. I saw it on Google Earth.
oh yeah,
Remember
we do now. Yeah.
yeah, I saw that.
Back
Yeah, that
back
was
when I
good.
was a kid, yeah, Main Street, as you saw,
Mm.
Boulevard in the middle and the two lanes on either side. That has always been there as long as I can remember.
Well,
You know, so
yeah,
it was drawn into the town blueprints way back at the beginning.
I began 20 minutes out of the city of Sydney, Balmain East.
Right.
I grew up in. went to school there and all that stuff. But that was all
Mm-hmm.
city. Get on a bus, 20 minutes in the middle of the city. And that was my public library, the City of Sydney Library,
Mm-hmm.
huge. And they destroyed it. And I don't know why we're talking about this, but they're books. I don't know. Anyway,
Well,
so yeah, it's a different
yeah,
lifestyle.
but
And here
then
we are.
if you go right down to it, the play on name of where I'm from, I wrote a
Mm.
script. It's called Sell Kirk, as in selling Kirk, this person whose name is
Ah,
Kirk,
like your story, yeah, your
which is
script.
a fictional,
Mm.
but it's a running joke of how Selkirk got its name,
Mm. Yeah,
right?
Selkirk. Yeah. You got
Because
one
the
of the kids'
two,
names,
there were
Kirk.
three brothers, and the youngest was Kirk, and the two older brothers sold the youngest. This
Mm.
is where we sold Kirk. That, sell Kirk.
Yeah, yeah, it took me a while to get that, but because I didn't know, you know.
See, even you get to
Yeah,
learn new stuff all the
that was.
time.
Oh, yeah, I loved that one. Remember when it was a short story and you made it a feature length?
Yes,
Mm.
because I was the person I was going to put it in the shorts in the anthology. She just says, "No, you write way too slim."
Oh, you do.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I
Well, when you're
overwrite.
writing scripts, you don't have room for flowery prose and stuff. You have, this is what's in the
It,
camera. This is what they're saying.
yeah,
This is your visual. This is your action. These are your
yeah.
props, right?
Well, you know what? I mean, that would bring it to another point too. Back to, film, the business of film
Hmm.
is like screenwriting is who do you sell it to? Who do you get to make it? To read. Number one, you have to find someone to read your script. And to
Hmm.
read it, they have to understand and
That's
show
right.
the emotion, the heart, and the voice of your hero. Things
That's
like
right.
that, which I learned from Nancy Myers
And
when
that
I was
all
at
comes from
Sony.
your. That
I was
comes
at
from your.
Sony,
Yeah,
yeah.
that all comes from your action lines and your characters,
Yeah,
and
that's right. You
that
have.
the basic characteristics you've given them, and
Mm.
what they talk about.
And the reader is going to be who? If it, the old Hollywood, I suppose, like
No,
recently.
apparently
Oh,
it's changing a lot.
I'm talking about the past. It was like the gatekeeper
Well, then
had to
that doesn't.
like the story and then pass it up. But let's. What if
Yeah,
we?
but
I'm
that's
just
not the way
trying
of it.
to.
That's not the way of it anymore. So there's
I
no
know
sense
that.
giving people the wrong information. We'll
I
just get
was.
them. We'll just get them
I,
going into the. I think the newer
I don't
process
want to
now.
talk about the modern Hollywood, the current
Well,
Hollywood.
there is no
I'm
modern
trying,
Hollywood. That's the point.
but m-
Everybody is
I
going
had
to independence now.
I had a point to make,
Okay?
was to say that who reads them has to like the story and be able to read it emotionally. And if they can't get connected to that script, the story that is, they're probably just going to go pass on it.
Well,
Like
yeah,
if you,
well,
if it, a producer, I'm talking about,
no,
who gives you the money.
well, no, the way it used to work is there would be readers for the company, and the readers would do a summary on what the script was about. And
That's
if your
true.
script did not
And
evoke
recommend, yeah,
if your script did not evoke emotion in the actual reader,
exactly.
they could not write that into that summary.
They couldn't send it out,
Well, they just send the
whatever.
summary up. The script doesn't go up, just a summary,
Well, the summary and a
and they just base it on
recommendation.
that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I don't know. I don't
But
know.
these
But
days,
if
everything.
it's scrap, it goes in the slush pile. It never
Well,
goes anywhere.
well,
If the
and
emotional
that
first
and the
reader,
problem was that you only had a few companies that were actually doing it.
that's right. And then we went to
Now,
independence.
now you have whole piles of independents, and they're finding their own financing.
They're
They're
growing.
not relying on the big studios anymore.
That's right. Yeah. It had to be a
For
change.
that matter, the like the Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers merger thing, um,
Mm.
they're leaving Hollywood. They're moving to Tennessee. The whole
They're going to
studio.
Tennessee now.
They're
Okay,
going to
I didn't
Tennessee.
know that.
Yep.
That's where the big caves are and the black bears are.
Well, that's
Oh,
like half the states. What are you talking about?
Tennessee.
No, no, no.
I'm
Where the caves are, where the black bears are, that's half the states. You can find
and
those things in pretty much every state.
oh right, findable elsewhere. Yeah, like
Yes.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Exactly.
know, I'm not American, so I don't know
Well, I'm not
much
either,
about it.
but
But
still, I
uh,
mean,
yeah,
Canada's on the same continent here, and yeah, we got caves all over the place, and we got black bears.
I,
So,
I, I beg, I'm an islander.
hmm
Australia is an island, so we know bugger all.
so if nobody brings the animal there, it does not exist there.
Yeah. So you guys are saying, well,
Hmm.
them, they say Australia is creepy, but to me, I think you got way more creepier, horrible, like killers than here. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
the
I
difference
would
being that
argue
that
scary.
the difference being that most of those, well, mostly it's bears or it's big cats, um, but
Yeah.
they generally shy away from people.
Mm.
They
Yeah.
you know
It's just
it
interesting,
wasn't
I
it
thought.
wasn't until COVID that you started seeing
Oh,
bears, wolves, coyotes,
yeah.
lynxes, all kinds of stuff coming into towns and into cities
Oh, I saw that. I saw
because
footage.
everybody was locked down in their houses, weren't they?
Of course, where were you all? Yeah.
I mean, I saw a red fox right outside my window here.
Mm. Yeah.
Although I'll say
I,
thank you
I
because it caught a
forgot.
rabbit, so I didn't have to worry about that rabbit getting in my garden.
That's 6 years ago now. You know what? Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So thirsty.
And it'll be, but on that note, we might as well get the heck to work here.
No, I just see you the same. I thought, oh God, we have wandered way off the track, talking about
Well,
bears and things.
but the thing is,
Crocodiles I don't like.
the
Yeah.
thing is, you never know when something like this might come into play when you're writing a movie.
True.
Knowing what kind, especially, I mean, if you're doing a camping movie, okay,
Yeah.
what animals live there?
Well, that's like Selkirk, your script, the one you
Mm-hmm.
wrote, and about the little kid.
Mm-hmm.
He he had these wolves. When I read
The
it,
pups.
and
The
my
pups, yeah.
first reaction was when, yeah, the baby wolves, and I was actually going horrified. Well, not horrified, but surprised. And I'm going, shoot, why does he want black with wolves? That's an Australian reaction.
That's an
Tell you.
automatic. Yeah, that's an automatic
Yeah,
reaction.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, hey, all domestic animals came from wolves or coyotes.
I wasn't thinking that. I had an emotional reaction.
Yeah, I didn't.
Not a thoughtful one.
I had a awe reaction because the little guy who has an affinity for canines.
Yeah, no, that
Even
was
on his
good. It
world,
was good.
even on
And it
his
worked out
world, he
really
is
well.
he is known to
It,
be very in tune with canines.
mhm, yeah.
So it wouldn't be a surprise
No, no,
for
not
him to
if it
be
was natural.
taking over
Mm.
because the mama wolf was dead. So he took
Yeah,
he
see,
couldn't bear to kill. He
th-
couldn't have you
he
have
wasn't
the
afraid. He was not afraid of it. I
no
would be, and I'm
no.
an adult, I think.
Well, and Shirley is the trapper, and she would have just as soon killed them rather than have them starve and suffer.
Shirley, I like Shirley,
But
your character.
yeah, she is fun.
Yeah, down to earth. I like that woman.
Yeah, well, she literally down to earth because she was from somewhere else. She's down to earth now and staying put.
Oh, right, yeah, from another planet. Yeah, planet
Yep, yep, yep,
terraforming.
yep.
I like that.
All that
Okay, so
good fun stuff.
shall we
Okay,
get
so
back into what we're
alrighty, I'm
doing?
going to change our layout here, and then I'm going to bring up the script
Oh
so that it.
yeah, we should like and whatever, subscribe if you feel like it.
Yeah,
That
and
would be
definitely
nice
share.
because that keeps us going. Yes, nothing on stage. Da, 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 da,
There
da.
we go.
Yes, there we go.
Okay, let me get this out of the way here so I can see what I'm doing.
Where are we up to? Let's update everyone, including myself.
Okay, we are up to page 74.
Uh-huh. It's good. We're up to that point.
Yep. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and
Okay, they're
okay,
underground in the kitchen.
that's right. And we decided that they were just going to talk and laugh around the table while they eat, and that's we just fade out from that.
Oh yeah,
And,
no.
and then we go to Michael because we're going to see him go to the special group that was
Mm-hmm.
made, and he's going to see the message.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the building he's in, they know
Yeah.
that he's logged outside the system. He's been pinged that
Mm.
he's he's not
Michael.
he's not working. He's off on something else, right?
Yeah, he got his sideline.
That kind of thing is what they think is going to be happening.
Mm-hmm. See what Michael's up to.
Alrighty. So,
New action.
all right.
Might want to have a line is. I was going to say, I wonder what's happened to Michael. And then the Michael, like the mum or the dad, going, Michael, and then
Okay.
cut to these.
Where do we
Just,
want to put
I
Michael?
would put after your next line,
Where do
while they eat, do a dialogue. This is how I
No,
thought.
we
You
decided last
don't
week
want
to
that?
not.
Okay, we did kind of thing, didn't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
I thought,
Because
well, I just thought of it again, so
but you never
let's go
know.
straight to Michael, because that's probably better.
Yeah.
We
But
agreed. We did
which
agree.
where do we want Michael to be?
Well, damned if I know. He'd
Inside
be at work.
inside the building. Do we want him in
Yeah,
his
internal.
yeah,
Yeah.
do we want him in his work area? Do we want him on the tech floor? When he, you know, gets pinged and goes and checks the message, right?
Yeah, okay. Is he doing his normal work and then he sneaks off to do another place, like part of the room? or another room. We talked about this, didn't we?
Or
I can't
is
remember.
he
And
or
then, and does it sneakily, or with another cohort, a friend who's also doing it. I can't remember. You'll have to remind me.
no, nobody else is doing this particular group room. This is only the one that Michael and Olivia set up.
All right, keep it those figures. You two
Okay,
go.
so
That'll do. Yeah, okay, that's good.
okay,
Yeah, we
but
don't want
my
the other
point
people
is,
in it.
what room are we starting in?
Workroom.
So
Okay.
because I'm thinking
Um,
maybe he
just a
should be
lab.
maybe he should be on the tech floor in the work area there. You know, machinery is going, other people are working, he gets pinged and then he goes off to, his area.
One question, is he the boss? I thought that he was.
Of these guys? Yeah. Of these guys
Yeah,
on this
okay.
floor? Yeah.
Yeah. There we, I suppose that would be another shot, wouldn't it? But just a thought that to show his position, yeah, as manager or some shit,
No,
a
because these guys aren't
manager.
supposed to exist.
Yeah.
They're doing a
But
secret.
they
They're
go to
doing
existence.
they're
Yeah,
doing
all
a
right.
secret
Yeah.
job here.
But even in the FBI and the CIA, they have labels on their doors. I've seen them in the movies.
Well, that's all fine and
I'm
dandy.
not saying I want it. I'm just sort of thinking, who is this guy? What is
No,
his role?
this is
His
a group of
role.
this is a group of techies who all have the same vision.
Okay, done.
So technically, it is Michael's idea, his plan, his design is what's going. None of these other people would be there and be able to do what they're doing if Michael hadn't made the design in the first place.
Designer, tech designer, coder.
But but he is
He's a
working right
coder.
along. They're all working right alongside each other. Everybody's working together in their
Yeah.
own specialties.
Oh. But
So
he
I'm
is a
thinking,
coder.
no, this goes way beyond coders.
Yeah,
Um, so I'm thinking,
coding is software.
well, whichever the case, we have certain people who are doing that type of work, and others that are doing physical work,
Yeah,
making
absolutely.
making the physical parts and stuff like this. So it's a combination. It's a team effort here. It's a group of people who all are working on different slices of the same pie.
Okay, big room.
Okay, so we'll put them on the tech floor in the workroom.
Tech floor. Good. Yeah. That'll do. I
Well,
can do
see,
it.
the tech floor is Michael's floor, right? So, the boardroom
Yeah,
is on a
put him
different
on
floor,
there.
right?
Good point. Yep.
Um, okay, hang on. We got to go back here to when. Ah, okay, it was daytime. So this is going to be day for Michael. I had to double check.
This is where we get to the fun part. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to have Michael and... Let's get my people out here. Who do we want to... Okay, hang on. We got an AI geek here. We're going to have Oscar. And do we want Yosef? Because he's the guy who works the DNC machine.
I'm glad you remember all these people. Because I'd totally forgotten. So,
I got the paper. I got paper.
Uh-huh.
I got paper.
Yeah, we made a list of all those names, and that was like months ago, weeks ago.
Okay, so we have Nestor, who is a techie, and he's got really good dexterity. And then we have the AI geek. He was the passenger. Oscar. We used him already. And a guy does speed coding. So what we're going to need then is... Okay, Yosef can be... Okay. I keep getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking ahead of where I'm going to go. I'm in trying to type.
You're doing the hard part.
I'm trying to type two words at the same time.
Yeah. You're the best at this shit. They're having a model in the room of what they're intending to build.
No,
Just asking.
because it's all in my...
Robots or something.
It's basically all in Michael's head. He's not putting it down anywhere because then they're not going to need him, are they?
No, just reacting to what you.
Yep.
This guy, Joseph, he picked something up and put it back
Yeah,
down.
Michael and Joseph, they walk along the as they walk along the assembly line toward the end. They pick up the odd piece, check it and put it back, and as they keep going, that kind of thing.
That's right.
In other words, everything is good, and at the end of the line, then we have I think we should bring in the driver because we've only used him the one time, right?
Oh, yeah. Oscar, is it? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, the driver. But if he speaks, you need to know. At the end of the line, the driver helps Nesta load the pieces in the tubs.
Yes. Okay.
Belongs to
At the end of the line, you're going to have driver and Nestor, and Nestor, from what we've learned before, is he's the guy who told Yosef the exact dimensions he needs for these panels, right? So what's happening right here is the driver is helping Nestor load up all the pieces into tubs and then stack the tubs onto a trolley.
Yeah, manual work. Okay. Yeah. I was only reading it because you were busy typing, so I thought I would
Okay.
read it for those that couldn't read it.
No problem. No
On
problem
the
at all.
small screen. Yeah, not our fault, but
Yep.
it's
It is what
only
it is,
given it.
yes. But
Yeah.
when you're reading it, read it a little bit louder if you can, because then
Oh, okay.
it comes out clearer.
I was trying not to disturb you.
No, it's okay because I'm typing ahead of you and you're reading in up behind me, which
Yeah,
is
it's
fine.
okay. I won't. Yeah,
Because
okay.
because it's what I have already written, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I know that because your brain's doing something else. I'm just doing the other thing.
Yeah, maybe this should just be a dolly. It'll be easier. Just stack, 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 stack. When you get to a certain point, you take the trolley away, the dolly away. And he's reminding, no, don't shorten my name to Ness. That's not my name. My name is Nestor.
Why?
You know,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
because
Don't
Yosef,
answer that.
yeah, yeah,
Different
yeah,
country.
because Yosef says, that what you were wanting, meaning all these panels with the cutouts all over the place. That he had given Nestor had given dimensions to Yosef to in a prior scene, and Nestor says, "Yeah, perfect." And then he says, "Nestor." In other words, I don't like people short forming my name. You call me Nestor or don't call me at all.
I understood. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, driver grunts to hide a grin, then leaves with loaded dolly. Yeah, we got Michael. Okay, so Michael obviously here is talking to Joseph because how many did you program? So we're gonna have Michael's phone pings with an unusual sound. In other words, something nobody else has heard, right? I mean, they're always pinging back and forth, and you got a ring, you got a bell, you got all kinds of stuff, right? So it'll we'll work it out to be something that's completely
Yeah.
unusual, like nature sounds or whatever, or
Yeah.
birds chirping. I don't know. We'll see what's available.
Yeah. I'm just leaning back.
All
If I
righty.
go to sleep, wake me up. Or don't.
Wake me up before you go.
Yeah. I need to wake
All right.
myself up.
Okay, so Michael's gonna wander toward the do. Oh, I see. That's in a way. Yeah, tech floor hollowing. That's what I wanted. Okay, how do we want Michael to feel about getting getting the message?
What miss?
The message that Olivia sent about the tall oak and the acorns being there, and
So he's received a message from Olivia and he wants to pass it on to someone or
no,
keep
how
it to
does he? No, no,
himself
no. He's not
or
passing
do
it to anybody.
something.
This is just for him.
Yeah.
But
And he goes into action
how does
because,
what emotional state does it evoke in him to
oh,
get this message?
oh, yeah.
Like
That's a very good question.
I mean, is he grinning because it worked? Is he almost to tears knowing okay everybody's okay? What
No.
kind what how do we want
Yeah.
him to play it?
All right, we need to think about this
Yes, we do.
because what he's going to do from then on, that puts him into some action that progresses the whatever's going.
Well, that's right. And this
Yeah,
same
so he
message
goes, yes, that would be my reaction.
and this
Yes.
same this same message, you got to remember, the board upstairs is going to see this message
Ah, yeah, yeah.
on his
They
phone.
will? So it's not a private message to
Well,
Michael.
but because he's within the confines of their building,
Yeah,
they can't tell
everything
where it's
mo-
coming from,
monitored.
but they
Yeah,
know Michael got it.
this has got to be a code from her to him,
That's
to
right. But
them, so only Michael will understand. So he's going to be like quiet. It starts to grin and his eyes go left to right, yeah,
well,
kind of
no,
looks around. Yeah, that's an actor's job, sorry,
I
but
don't know. I don't know if he should because that's what he does in the bathroom after the after
uh,
he's taken to task by the board.
okay.
So,
Yeah,
um, we have options. I mean, he could, look around like, oh shit,
yeah, that's the
or
thing. Yeah.
or he could like, hang his head because I mean that's the same kind of thing he's going to do in the boardroom is deflect that. How am I supposed to know? I mean, Mom's got Alzheimer's or
Uh,
something. She's, type of thing. He's trying to make excuses, but he still is thrilled with the note and that it came through. He got it,
maybe a nod and a half green, like a grey, like his eyes light up or something. Depends on what happens next. That's, yeah.
Or do we want to do something like shake his head and roll his eyes?
Yeah. Hmm. Depends what the message is, and I don't know what that message
Well,
is.
well, it's the same message that Sean and Olivia sent.
Like that they've arrived and the plan is going to go into action, or we're ready for your action, Michael, so that we're communicating really. And this is probably not the first communicating.
Hmm.
So it's like like nothing happened, but turns away and he has a smile because he's not worried because the plan is in action. That's the message to him, but it's coded in a way, well, I shouldn't say coded, but yeah, you know what I mean. The others don't understand or think it's something else. So is this where we talked about they had their own coded
Okay.
talk? Would this be a case for a place for
Well,
that
and this
case?
is code. This definitely is
Right?
code that
For
she's.
him to understand, but the other people still can see it, but doesn't mean anything to them. That's what we'd be looking for
Well,
here.
and that's what they're going to ask.
Mm.
They're going to ask him.
And if they're going to ask Michael, what does this mean? He'll say, and yeah, okay. Have to
Yeah, and
think
we
about
already
this.
wrote the dialogue for all of that.
Ah, okay, use it then. Just use it. Yeah, maybe they're just
Okay.
raising.
So whichever the
It's just,
case goes, that is the text. So
yeah. Michael could just say, oh yeah, more losers, more Looney Tunes, more. Every now and again they get protesters and they hunt them down and they kill them or take them away to some camp. I'm imagining that from what the information I now have.
okay.
My imagination is running away with me.
Okay, what handle is Olivia going to use?
Oh yeah,
I
handle.
mean, she's not going to say it's herself, right?
Yeah. Um, Greeny. Um, Smoky. Um,
Hmm.
Mama Bear. um, I'm just run away with these things.
No, please do.
Uh,
Please do.
yeah, I'm a bit crazy with this stuff. I'm thinking of the lawn mowing thing. Drone hungry. Feed the dragon. Sorry, the drone. Um, bloody drones again. So like a complaint from one of those crazy people. They call crazy, but they're not really. Uh, they have. I can imagine the whole thing, the scenarios where um, periodically anonymous people uh, complaining about this 10-minute town and everything that goes with it, the power and all that kind of stuff, and they want to change back to what it was. There's always going to be protesters. One, two, now might have been 1,000, but now they're down to a few. And so these people um, would naturally want to silence that person, so they would be wanting to hunt them down, but and maybe they sort of looks at Michael. What is it? Michael goes, oh shit, one of those, you know, which is like, and so that we could make a whole story around that person who keeps writing anonymously, which they find and a boring thing or a bad thing. Sorry,
Hmm.
I
Okay,
don't know.
so
This is getting way out there,
yeah.
and it's not planned. So,
Alrighty,
but anyway,
so Michael quickly swipes an obscure group open.
hmm
He shoulder checks the camera. I guess I should say the wall camera.
but the code, his mother's coded name.
There is no codes.
No, I thought that's what you were saying. Okay,
It's
good.
just it's just a quick, simple, little private group. And him and her are the only two in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay, so
go for
he
it.
anticipates and opens the latest entry.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah,
also
and then we're back to the name again.
email. Yeah, yeah, everything's found,
Green
sent
Queen
online.
text. And we'll give that a voiceover.
Mm.
ST sprouts are here with the tall oak. My acorn retrieval as the leaves flutter.
Yeah, little acorn, big acorn.
Right. And we got the
Yeah,
sprouts with the oak, and the acorn is Michael.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
So you've got,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah,
so
I
which
like it.
means with the sprouts are Matthew and
Mm.
Logan,
Yeah, well,
and the
yeah.
oak is Sean, and the
Mm.
acorn is, well, coming from his mom. The
Mm.
acorn is her son.
Tanya, the warbler.
And Tanya's
It's
not in
true.
this. Tanya's not in this
I
note.
know. I couldn't resist. I
But
couldn't help myself.
yeah, because the point is that Sean and Tanya's sprouts, which means the two boys, are
Yeah.
here with the tall oak. So
Yeah.
even if they figure out who Sean and Tanya are,
Mm.
they still don't know who the sprouts are or who this tall oak is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
From
it's a play
tall.
within a. It's a play on words all the way around.
It is. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. 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 Small tools come from small acorns. Yeah. Comes from goes to. I don't know where that goes to. Forget that bit.
Okay, so
Oh, acorn.
now that Michael shakes his head a bit as he covers his mouth, like he's like. So you can't really tell
Yeah. Yeah. That shows a
what
lot just
emotion he
by.
has,
Mm.
and
That's
then we're gonna
right.
have
Yeah. That'll work.
now we have the elevator door opens.
Any reaction is a reaction to what receiving in the message.
So the elevator door opens behind Michael, and who's gonna step out?
Mhm.
Um, do we want it to be the strict bully?
again. What do we?
Yeah, Frederick. Because I don't think we've played with him yet.
I didn't catch the word.
Alrighty. And okay, so he glares. As Michael turns to him. And Frederick upstairs now. Because he is that bully type, right?
Yeah. Urgency.
Alrighty. So what we're going to have happen is, okay, the elevator door opens behind Michael. Frederick half steps out and holds the door open, like holds the door. He glares at Michael as Michael turns to him. And upstairs, now. And Michael shrugs and goes to Frederick. Frederick grabs Michael's phone and shoves Michael into the elevator.
Michael's phone. Right, yeah, it's going to be quizzed. Yeah. Okay.
And then the next thing we know, they're coming off the elevator into the boardroom.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, shove it all.
Okay. So we have. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alrighty. So we're inside the boardroom now. We've got Patrick. We know he's the one that's heading this, and then we got Carlos and Masala and Josie, um, all waiting in silence. Like nobody's speaking. Nobody, no expression on anybody's face. It's literally this. We got to wait and see what's going on here first.
Yeah, they
If
just
you know what I
sit
mean.
down. And,
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Okay. The elevator door opens across from the open boardroom door, so they can
Yeah.
see right through, right? But I mean, I'm thinking glass.
You
It's
don't have to do
all
another.
it's glass, the whole glass front to the boardroom anyway, to the hallway.
Mm,
So
yeah.
regardless of where the elevator is, you're gonna see it open.
So. Yeah, that way you don't have to put another log line in. Slag line. Just so you can.
Okay, so Frederick, with a grip on Michael's arm, steps out and right across into the boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Physical? Why?
I've been doing more handwriting lately than I've been doing typing. Okay, so Frederick shoves Michael into a chair. Yeah, and Frederick hands Michael's phone to Patrick. Now, do we want Patrick to pass it around?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, why are they sitting there? Otherwise, we don't need them. Unless they get a nod and a surprise, facial reaction. That's the one option. The other one is, are they all going to quiz them bit by bit? Or how important is it to them? I don't know what we're going to say, of course. Michael's going to fob it off as some Looney Tune thing, and he doesn't know. But he's not going to admit anything.
Yeah. Okay, but how about if we do a little bit of creative setup here?
Have to if you're going to have them. Yeah. Gotcha.
There we go. We'll have Patrick at the head of the table. Then we're going to have Carlos, Masala, and Josie wait in silence all on one side of the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's set the stage here. Let's set the stage here. So
that's right.
You know, because we don't want to make Patrick look like a dummy,
Mm.
right? Because I mean, he's the one heading this game, right?
That's right. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously they all look when, you know, Frederick comes in with Michael and all of that. He says, "Stay there." Frederick hands Michael's phone across the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess he has noticed that Josie has spent time with Michael, so he sneers,
Mm.
and that's probably supposed to be double E.
Mm-hmm.
He sneers at her. Frederick is of that type, because he's a bully type, right?
Mm.
Um, Josie says, "Well, what's this?" And Frederick says, "You tell me."
His favorite showing hierarchy, which is
So
good.
she's the bottom end of the rung. We know that already
Mm.
from before, like right at the beginning. We knew that, um,
Yeah.
but it's
And
it's it's also a matter of Frederick probably watching the cameras more often than other people are. Of his own accord type of thing, because I mean, why else would he go down the elevator unless he saw something going on there, when he could have just as
yeah.
easily sent security to go get him?
I know. That's right.
So this makes it kind of personal, right? And
No.
maybe Frederick has a thing for Josie, but Josie likes Michael. as
Could be
far as
that.
he as far as he knows, right?
Mm. Jealousy. Yeah. Or something like that. Yeah. And Jesse's always spending time with Michael and getting to know each other, getting closer and closer, which we haven't shown, but it's showing up. It will show up. And yeah, that's coming together. And we've always got to give a reason for everything.
Okay. So Josie says, "What's this?" Frederick says, "You tell me." Josie says, "Michael." Michael says, "Mom." Like he shrugs, a bit ashamed, like didn't mean to cause any trouble or nothing, you know.
Mm,
Didn't think it would be a problem.
yeah, what is the problem? What's the problem here?
Okay, who did I put there? Oh, Okay, this kind of pulls in their personalities a little bit more.
Yeah, that we needed that. Excuse me.
Okay.
Very sad to read.
Okay, so curious. Josie watches Michael as she passes the phone to Masala. Masala raises an amused eyebrow and passes the phone to Carlos. And Carlos laughs out loud and shoves the. As he reads and shoves the phone to Patrick. And Patrick cannot make any sense of it. Like, he's not laughing, doesn't care. He's just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Query. Querying. What is this? Who's it from? Do you know? What is it about? What does it think to you, Michael?
What the hell is this, and why are you wasting my time with it, Frederick?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know what it is he's looking at, but he can't really blame Michael for anything because Frederick dragged him in there in the first place. Like, talking about trees and acorns, like, what?
Was it?
Like,
Wait a second.
rather than admit that he does not know what the hell this is.
True. One
right?
question.
He isn't. I would
did
say
it
he is not as strict to the letter of the company law as Frederick is.
Is it addressed to Michael?
No, it's not addressed to anybody, but it's on his phone.
Phone?
This is Michael's phone they're passing around here, right?
Okay. That's Olivia. That's got a secret way. Yeah. Okay.
And Olivia used the Green Queen text. Is what I put it.
Green trees. Yeah.
Green Queen. Yeah. But this is the first time they're seeing this. Patrick isn't suspicious. That would be the problem because he's the one that's heading this group. But Frederick, being who he is suspicious.
Yeah.
And I mean, for starters, he's suspicious about Michael being brought in the first place anyway, and why are we spending so much money on this guy's stuff? Right? It's that kind of layout.
It's Michael hired because of his skills, high skills.
Well, see.
Yes or no?
We're not even 100% sure hired is the right word yet.
Yeah, I know.
Because we don't know if Michael's getting paid. We don't know if they're actually going to let him go once he's done.
Are they paying him?
We don't know any of these things,
Under
right?
contract. I know, but why is he in that office, in that building? If nobody knows. Or is it just us not knowing? Like, Anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. I think so. Yeah,
Well,
just
no, I
ignore
wouldn't.
that.
We don't know 100% about what's going to go on.
No,
I mean, we've set out the outline, but there's many ways to get through
that's right.
all of those different points, all those
Well,
different
that's that
scenes.
for.
We have to
Yeah,
play them, all right?
yeah, yeah, and then we'll see what we got. Okay, go for it. I just ask a natural question. That's all. Comes in my head. The mouth says it. Can't believe I said that. Caffeine.
Okay, so but because of this, and I mean, and Michael's not being blamed yet, all right?
Mm.
It's Frederick that's getting the blame here. Um,
It's
you
almost like
know,
a red flag for Frederick.
a hidden pride kind of flashes over Michael's face,
Mm.
just simply because, yes, I know this all works because this note proves that this all works. Getting
Mm.
this note proves it works,
Aha, that's clever. Yes.
right?
Mm.
But only Josie notices, with a slight rise of an eyebrow at Michael,
Yeah, and about the eyebrow.
what are you
Yeah,
playing at, man? Yeah.
yeah. Leave him alone. Yeah. You don't even know what he's doing.
Well, I don't know if it's even leave him alone. It's just a matter of like, Michael, what game are you playing here?
I didn't mean that in the literal, but as in
Well,
dialogue.
yeah, but I mean that's things that people are gonna think when they're watching it. So, it's a fair point.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Alrighty.
So you're trying to get nuances across in certain ways,
Yes.
right? That's where we're
and
at.
and and yes, in ways that match the characters that
Yeah, that's
the
right.
traits that we have given these characters.
And what's going to happen in the future as well, yeah, because of what we established right now in this scene. That's a great scene. You can do it all in one place, actually. Who's on whose side and all that, and why.
And of course, Frederick kind of takes offense here that
Mm. Maybe you'll do anything to bring down Michael because he's into Josie and Josie is not. And Josie's been spending a lot of time with
yeah.
Michael
Well,
lately,
we're not even
lately.
going to go there quite yet.
I'm not.
Un-
True, out loud.
it's unfortunately it's the wrong time because this needs to be made into a different kind of intensity in the scene. Okay, so Frederick grabs Michael's phone from Patrick's hand.
Okay.
Okay, so Frederick grabs Michael's phone from Patrick's hand and then almost hits Michael in the face with it. And then he turns on his best interrogation voice.
Yeah.
And when he just, what does this mean? Right?
Mm.
And then we go into what we had already written down for dialogue.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okie dokie.
Yep. Charge ahead. No worries. Might as well.
Well, yeah,
You
might
can
as well
read it
do it.
later for everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so Michael says, hell, I could never understand. At the best of times. And now she's so old, it's like. It's past the Alzheimer's. Or some paranoid delusion. You know, and okay, so we've got concerned and almost caring.
Yeah.
Josie reaches across the table. You think she lost it?
Mm.
So of course, Michael talks directly to Josie. Du-du-du-du. Okay. So Michael shakes his head and tries to buck up.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So Patrick gets up, takes Michael's phone from Frederick, and hands it to Michael. Just says, "Get back to work."
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've accepted it as such.
They accepted it as not a threat to them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even though Frederick still is going to be, you know,
Suspicious, of course. Because he
hmm
just doesn't like Michael. Or anyone for that matter.
well,
Well, particularly Michael.
I don't, what's the right word?
He's just a nasty piece
This
of
is,
work.
he's a man of,
Suspicious.
rules,
Hmm.
but there are no rules for this particular game, and he's feeling out of sorts.
Yeah, could be that.
Because I mean,
Trying to make himself worthwhile, worthy
well,
in
yeah,
the eyes of others.
well, because they have to keep playing.
Useful.
Well, the thing is, being on the board of directors when AI is running everything, what do you actually have to do?
Stuff to find out.
Exactly right.
Ah,
They got
I have to,
nothing.
he had no
What
use
what is that? What is there for them to do of some value for the whole day they're at work?
unless he's a bouncer type
He's
thing.
not. He's not. That's just
You
it.
know,
He's not.
not literally. I use a lot of illiteral stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know what his role is officially. I know we talked about it ages ago, but I can't remember. But we're seeing a certain side of him with his, you know, the way he's
Well,
just acted,
well,
suspicious.
we're seeing the suspicious side of Frederick, and
Mm,
he's a bully to boot. So, that's why
yeah,
he had Mike basically in an armbar on the way in, right?
we need one of those. Yeah,
you know,
we need.
pushing
Yeah,
pushing people around, right? Because he's bully.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, maybe he's just
but
related to someone else.
this this is kind of neither here nor there for Masala and for Carlos.
Yeah.
Other than Carlos found it to be a really good joke, right? Um,
Yeah.
but we also learned that Josie is a lot more concerned for Michael than maybe she should be.
They all say that. Mm.
And we see that, well, you know what? Either because Michael was able to get Patrick out of the building when the power was out,
Mm.
or maybe Patrick has had a family member go through, Alzheimer's and stuff, that he feels for Michael on this particular point, like, I don't know what she's saying.
Mm.
I really don't.
Yeah.
And Patrick may understand what he means by, you know, delusional,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Putting
So
together
I
her
mean,
problem.
this has been building a lot of deeper character into all of these guys here.
Yes.
Because I mean, it showed that Basala does have a humorous side to him. Because
Yeah.
I mean, he quirked his eyebrow up in amusement when he read it. So
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe he had an idea of what he thought it meant. Carlos just
Yeah.
saw it and it was like a joke and just
Mm.
laughed because that's his nature. He's just that bubbly type, and it's just like, you know, when things aren't going his way, when he doesn't know what he's talking about, he laughs
Mm,
instead of putting his foot in it, right?
that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is filling in the characters nicely.
Character establishment.
Well, we're giving him more layers. Yeah, the establishment we've done prior of who is who and how, and especially with Josie and Patrick, we
Yeah.
already had more. And Carlos hung around for a bit one night there,
Hmm.
so that's good.
So the boss likes Michael. That's good.
Well, I think the boss doesn't care one way or another. He needs Michael to get this job done because
Mm.
he wants to be king of the world.
All right, then that's it
That's
then.
that's the deal here, right?
Hmm. Yeah. So no personal thoughts
Yeah,
about
so for
him.
Patrick, it's not really personal. It's, you know, I don't care what this stuff is. I paid you,
Just get the
you
job
know,
done.
you're here to do this job, do it.
Mm. Yeah.
Because obviously, the only way
Yeah.
Michael's work got slowed down was because Frederick dragged him upstairs,
Yeah.
right?
The only likable thing that I thought of was where he saves him later a few times, once or twice, and then he feels like, oh shit, I made a mistake. Now that's extend, extending a long way, but I mean it's a personal thought. Doesn't really matter. It can be shown later or just like Michael when they turn against him, all that
Well,
shit.
no, I think Patrick should get taken out at the knees,
Mm.
um, because he's asking Michael to do a job without him understanding what the thing is,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're asking him to do this without understanding what he's
Mm.
building, what it means, what it can do,
That
right?
works. Yeah. Yes.
But I'm thinking there's a good possibility now we can have Frederick.
Mm.
Um, we can have Frederick actually cause some more trouble, or at least be a pain in
Yeah.
the butt, in
Yes.
Michael, pain in Michael's butt.
Mm. Yep.
Or he tries to push Josie around, or use her to get information on Michael. There's those possibilities as well.
Yeah. Excuse me. Mm.
So it is what it is. I mean, there's all kinds of ways we can go from this with the way
Yeah.
those characters are and how they're building up and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
how their natural personalities are coming out now.
Mm.
So I'm quite enjoying this.
Yeah, I know. I like it too.
So
Yep.
I am going to save this.
Same page, mate. Same page.
Yep, yep, yep. Always save your work, people. Always.
We finish this scene and then oh, good. We're done.
Yep, 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 yep.
Thank you.
That scene is done.
Excellent. That's an important scene in a way. Well, from where we're
You,
standing right now, up to now.
well, it's kind of a turning point, is what it is.
Exactly. And we,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
it's
getting down to nitty gritty stuff, action to follow.
well, and then the next scene is going to be, with Michael in the washroom, like laughing to himself, like, holy shit, it worked.
Yeah. He can proceed after that coded message.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's not
Uh,
going to send a message back
oh, no, 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 I
because
didn't
he
say
know
that.
because he
That's
knows.
definitely not that. So
He
he just
knows
knows
they can track
that,
his cell phone.
yeah, it's not that. I wasn't meaning that at all. I mean, once he's received that message, he can, he knows they're still in place now, and he can proceed
That's right.
from that moment.
He
But,
knows mom and dad are okay.
yeah,
He
that's
knows
right,
Sean and
and
he
set
knows
up.
that Sean and the boys are there right
Have
now,
reached a destination, yeah.
and that their whole
And
point is to extract Michael from whatever trouble he's in.
yeah, he doesn't have to think about it anymore. He knows the progress.
Well, exactly, exactly. Because I mean, time, dates, stuff like this. But at least they'll be able to triangulate better where he is by his cell phone
So that was a
because
good.
he
Mm,
grabbed the message. They were
that,
able. They will be able to. Because that's one of
yeah,
the things we wrote in the outline. They got to figure out where is Michael.
that's good that they was on the phone as well,
That's right.
and not just the email.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, even the email it could have been coded.
He
But
had to
the
actively open it.
phone was good.
Yeah, he had to
Mm,
actively open it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Olivia knows it's been viewed,
mm,
right?
yeah. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she'll know it's been read.
So
Cool.
if he isn't answering back, either he can't or he won't. Either way,
Mm.
there's a reason behind why he can't or won't,
Yeah, I know.
and it could be the
Just
same reason.
Michael can't. He has to proceed anyway, because that's what the story is. He has
Hmm.
to do what he has to do. He's
Well,
got
yeah, and a lot of what
he's
he's
got the
doing,
green light. Mm.
and because what he's doing to so mom and dad don't have to live underground.
Yeah,
That was his whole point way back at way back at the
objective.
beginning, right? That's one of his
Yeah,
objectives is they shouldn't have to. This is
yeah,
wrong. What's happening is wrong, and it's got to be fixed.
mm,
And
yeah. That that.
he's figured out a way to do it. At least he thinks he has.
All
So then we
right,
go from
then.
here and see what happens.
Mm, that's his first goal.
Yeah. Well, the point was he saw a problem and he stepped up to fix it.
Okay.
As they say, he who sees the problem fixes the problem.
Yeah,
And they're more likely the best person to fix the problem because they are the first one to see it.
that's true.
Yes. And conceive of a way of getting beyond this.
All right.
So
And
the actual bathroom scene where he is in there, you know, wiping his face, because he was like, almost to tears when he was leaving, type thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I might just type that one up
All right.
because it'll be so quick, but it won't be quick to type it up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, we'll be on here for another 20 minutes if we're waiting for that, right?
no, you can do it through the week if you want to, and then read it out and explain
Well,
it better.
and we'll read it out
If
next
you
week. Yeah,
want to.
yeah, next
Yeah.
week we'll read it out because I like to go back a little bit anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. As you wish. I don't mind. Either way.
Hmm.
Doesn't
Either
bother
way, it's
me.
just that it's you know coming on to 2 hours, so
I know.
we should
I'm
probably
going.
say good night.
Okay. Time for something to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there is that too, isn't there?
And now I'm wondering how much sleep did I actually get last night? I think we talked about that before we went on air.
Hmm.
How
Now you're
come?
hungry. Not
Why
surprising.
am I awake so early?
Yep, yep, yep.
I'm actually tired.
Yeah, yeah. So on that note, everybody,
Yeah. I'll say
That's it
goodbye.
for tonight. Have
Mm.
yourselves all a great weekend. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give us some thumbs up. Let us know you're around. And we'll be back again next weekend to continue on with the complex.
Aha.
Bye
Nicely said.
bye.